Hey, United Dojos Nation's Master, Brent Crisci back with you for a special Technique Tuesday. I'm coming to you from my self-isolated Hambo Dojo. We've been doing our classes for the last week on Zoom interactively with just my one assistant. And I thought since everybody, not just in the US, but around the world is dealing with this pandemic and self-isolating and quarantines, that I'd give you a couple of home study tips with this partner. Usually I have students with me or senseis. This is my partner for today, and I'm sure you have a partner like this at home. This is Cherry for short. Cherry Wood is a full name. And this is my Joe staff. This actually is a really neat present. A Native American friend gifted me many years ago now. He was our supplier. He makes Native American weaponry, authentic, and we used to use it for our hatchet tossing in the karate camps I ran. And he asked me at one event what my favorite wood was. I said, cherry wood is my favorite wood. And I didn't think much about it. And about a year and a half later, he showed up at my national tournament and asked if he could speak during the opening ceremonies for just a minute. I said, sure, you can have the mic. And what he did, he had waited almost a year to find a natural piece of cherry wood the right length. And he created this very special Joe staff for me. So that's what I'm going to do a technique on today, is a couple of home study tips that will give you timing and even distancing without a partner to train with. And that's kind of what we all are challenged with. And that's what it is. It's a challenge, not an excuse not to train. Okay? There's no excuse not to train, as all the good senseis will tell you. So this one I got actually from my first ninjutsu instructor. I was a teenager with Shidoshi Stephen Hayes, and he showed me this, and it was really weird then. And then ironically, maybe 20 years later, my Koshiro Kemper instructor was teaching a Joe staff clinic, and he showed me the same exercise. So what you're gonna do is place the staff on the floor. You're gonna put your arms in a circle outside the staff. And the idea is to keep the staff moving and from falling by using light hits with your body. So like I said, as a teenager, it was a little weird at first. And I didn't at first see the value when I was doing ninjutsu. But later on, I realized that there was a lot of value in the study of the octagon and balance, and start using different parts. So I start with very gross arm movements. Eventually, you start to use your legs in transition pedaling, we call it in Kosho, to move the stick. But the idea is to never let it go out of the circle and never let it stop and rest. So you can make this a little fun. If you want to steal it, use it with your students that you're training online, feel free. But again, you can take a Joe bow or Hanbo, place it in the center, and then just use the body parts. You can even have an instructor call out the angles to decide where you want to put it. So that is home study practice number one. Number two is transition, balance, and traction. Okay, the 3 T's. To change the grip, we're using a reverse grip for this. This is same side grip. This is reverse grip. The hands are on the reverse sides of the staff. I'm going to switch my grip, but I'm not going to throw it like an XMA competitor. I'm going to maintain contact the whole time. So as I do this, I'm sliding my hand and keeping pressure. And when you get better, you can do it on the end and not the center. The center is a good place to learn. This is going to increase your grip speed, your hand-eye coordination, and it's going to put a nice callus on the pad of your hand for working your Komodo. So this is a nice drill. This is my daily warm-up for weaponry whenever I'm doing any sort of a staff. So the other thing to do is to remember to try to increase the pressure as you get better at it. So I'm really pushing on that staff now. Okay, so that's a great drill. Like I said, you can work different ends of the staff. You can do this by yourself, and you can do it with your online groups. And the third one is the little Waza self-defense I got from Shidoshi Hayes at first. Because most staff attacks, when I study Shitaru Tamura Sensei and other Komodo instructors, side or over the top, which are kind of predictable in the street to read and defend. Shidoshi showed me this one. This was a Joe staff, a walking stick, okay? So in the walking stick, you could use a cane, an umbrella, anything out in the street. When you're approached instead of trying to brandish the weapon in a threatening manner and strike from the traditional angles, you play the wounded old man. Oh, wait, no, please don't hurt me. And then boom, right up into the groin. Okay, so you just use the cuffs of your foot to kick the stick up. So you don't move your hand at all. There's no telegraph on something like that. That'll shoot right up into the groin, all the way up in the face if you want. So that's just a nice little quick trick for self-defense, and you can do it with a lot of non-traditional weapons. So those are 3 home study tips for you on this Technique Tuesday. Stay safe, be smart, practice good COVID-19 self-defense these days, and I'll see you eventually back on the mat.